Our first session post-lunch is going to give us a deeper look into Gift City, a smart destination for GCCs. Please welcome to the stage Saurabh Singhal, Chief Commercial Officer and Chief FinTech Officer, Gift City, with a round of applause.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody had a great, hearty lunch. My name is Saurabh, and I represent Gift City here today. I was very glad when somebody mentioned Gift City earlier today in the panel discussion. I was counting how many times it will be brought up. I'm assuming everybody has heard about Gift City. I'm about 2 months old in the job. I just joined 2 months ago after having spent 11 years in Singapore. And while I have about more than 25 years of experience in technology and financial services industry, I find myself as an infant in this GCC space. Since morning, I'm sitting here and looking at all the numbers that people have been sharing. And just like any other infant, I'm very curious now. After hearing all these numbers, we've heard trillions of dollars, millions of jobs, thousands of companies, and so on and so forth. So it sounds like a very promising space to be in, and I'm very glad that I'm here talking about Gift City to all of you today. What I'll do is I'll start with a little bit of a longish video. That's just a way of lazy presenters not wanting to talk too much on the stage. So you take a look at the video, and then after that, what I'll try to do is cover whatever there is not in the video. So I'll probably share some numbers and some data points that will hopefully clarify questions around Gift City, what it is not, and so on and so forth. So can we roll the video, please? I think I have to do it. Okay.
India, the world's largest democracy, is well on its way to becoming the world's third largest economy, targeting a $5 trillion milestone. This extraordinary journey is propelled by streamlined business practices and efficient fiscal transactions. Gujarat, known as India's growth engine, is geared up to contribute almost 10% to this ambitious goal. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, laid the vision to gift the smartest city to the country. Gift City, Gujarat International Finance Tech City. Today, the first operational smart city of India, Gift City has set a benchmark for upcoming smart cities in the country. Gift City is India's first platinum-rated city, the highest certification as a greenfield smart city, and is a leader in the country to ensure 100% green development with green-certified buildings and fit-outs. This all-round green-centric development strategy makes the city unique in sustainable urbanism practices. Strategically situated on the bank of the Sabarmati River, Gift City is near Gujarat's administrative and business capitals, Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad. Gift City has convenient access to the international airport, which is well connected with London, Singapore, New York, and other global cities. But that's not all. It is ready to revolutionize domestic travel with India's first bullet train, connecting it to Mumbai. Extending to its prestigious advantages are the nation's premier education institutions in and around Gift City.
The vision was to create a world-class finance and IT zone for India to provide services not only to India, but the entire world.
Gift City is based upon an integrated development model with smart offices, residential areas, and retail and recreational zones, including social infrastructures like business clubs, schools, hospitals, and hotels. One of the major points of its success is its world-class infrastructure, many of which have been implemented in the country for the first time, such as the utility tunnel, district cooling system, automated waste collection system, uninterrupted power supply, City Command and Control Center, and ICT infrastructure. Gift City is the ideal platform for service sector industries such as banking, capital markets, insurance, fintech, IT and IT-enabled services, etc. for their back office operations, corporate offices, R&D centers, global capability centers, and many more. Gift City will host world-class fintech hub and international maritime cluster supported by Government of India and the Gujarat government. The master plan of Gift City covers two aspects, including domestic services area and special economic zone with IFSC. India's first operational IFSC, International Financial Services Center at Gift City, was brought into operation in April 2015 by the Government of India's Ministry of Finance. Subsequently, the Ministry of Finance has established a unified authority to regulate all financial services in GIFT IFSC. It offers an attractive taxation regime and regulations that align seamlessly with global standards. In just a few years of operation, the International Financial Services Center at Gift City has witnessed daily trading volumes on international exchanges surpassing billions of dollars. 2 international stock exchanges are operating 22 hours a day, providing trading opportunities in equity derivatives, commodity derivatives, currency derivatives, and many more. Some of the new business verticals commenced at GIFT IFSC are aircraft leasing and financing, ship leasing and financing, foreign universities, global in-house center, alternate investment funds, and bullion exchange. From trade and industry point of view, GIFT provides multiple benefits to businesses, one leading to another. GIFT is where living a quality life looks complete. GIFT is where smart landscape means sustainable living. GIFT is where sports, cultural, and entertainment events keep the city alive with exuberance. Gift City, India's first operational smart city and IFSC.
Great, let's move on. So sorry about that longish video, but I did think that this video covers the gist of Gift City quite nicely. And I promise that for the rest of my presentation, I won't repeat anything that's been already said in the video. So what I'll say is all going to be new stuff. So this slide that you see on this on the page has very small numbers compared to the numbers that we've been speaking about since morning. But these numbers are very beautiful because they are small, right? 15 minutes to commute to work, 15 minutes to get to the airport, 20 minutes, from the airport, from the railway station, connected to all the major cities, and so on and so forth. Now, we all know that living in, major cities in India has its own sort of drawbacks when it comes to commute time and everything. I used to live in Bangalore before I moved to Singapore 11 years ago, and we know that the amount of time it takes can be quite a hindrance. Now, that advantage, Gift City has coming because it's a new city that's been developed greenfield, and a huge amount of focus has been put on connectivity, the road network, making sure it's well connected and decongested from the rest of the Ahmedabad city and so on and so forth. So that's a unique part of it. The total area of the Gift City is around 886 acres, out of which 226 acres is on the SEZ, which is the IFSC controlled area, and the remaining 600 acres is the domestic tariff area. So that's what makes Gift City. Some of this was spoken about in the video, but I want to highlight a few key things about what you see on this slide, because as the video said, many of these things are first in the country and perhaps first in the world. For example, the automated waste collection system basically sucks out all the waste underground. So you will not see any waste collection trucks roaming around in the city. The waste collection is available 24/7. There's no noise, there's no pollution, and everything is segregated at the automated waste collection management system. Similarly, district cooling plant. Now this is again, I think, a mind-blowing thing when I saw it. So the buildings do not have to have their own air conditioning. The entire city is cooled through a centralized district cooling system which uses chilled water to cool all the buildings. Now, just purely from a sustainability standpoint, this system is 30 to 50% more efficient than having individual air conditioning in the buildings. So from a carbon footprint, somebody spoke about heat island effect in Gurgaon today morning. So GIFT City has been designed not to have any of those issues around heating, and centralized cooling makes it possible. The underground utility tunnel, the cool thing about this is that this will ensure that the city is never dug up again. All the utilities are provided through this underground tunnel, and the space in between the tunnel is as wide for a car to move in to do the maintenance of all these services, right from fiber optics to the water treatment to fire, data center cables are all running through this underground utility tunnel. And every time a new building comes up, the tunnel gets connected to this new building, providing all the infrastructure facilities to the buildings around GIFT City. And the last one is water treatment plant. So GIFT City is a zero discharge city. All of the water is recycled. GIFT City has potable water directly from taps, so you don't need to put your own filters and ROs and so on and so forth. So I think the infrastructure that has been built in GIFT City has kept all the future requirements in mind. And the advantage here is because we are not retrofitting a city, which is much harder. We're building a ground-up city. We have taken all these considerations into picture. There are a couple of things that are not mentioned here, but the Security Operations Center, the C4 Center has an IBMS, which is Integrated Building Management System. So all the buildings, while they have their own safety and security, they're all connected to the centralized building management system as well. So should there be any fire or any incident in any of the buildings, the city management gets an alert, and we work together with the building management to manage those incidents and so on and so forth. Similarly, sustainability, I think, has been spoken about quite a lot since morning. The entire city and all the buildings in the city are all LEED Platinum certified. So I think that's, again, one major consideration for multinational companies who are coming in to say they don't want to be, they want to minimize their Scope 3 emissions. And GIFT City allows them to do that because of the green certification and the spaces we are building. Besides that, of course, I understand, social infrastructure is super important. I think there is a lot of development happening at GIFT City, especially at the riverfront side, where we're building an entire integrated entertainment district. There's a central park, not the same as the New York Central Park, but a big, again, social area for people to merge. And the first phase will be finished in the next 6 months or so. And then, of course, hospitals like Lilavati are being built, and they're very close to being completed soon. Now, the other thing that has been talked about is talent, and why talent is the most important factor for GCC specifically. And again, talking to the audience in this room, Gujarat is a major knowledge corridor. A lot of very well-known top institutions of the country are in Gujarat, right from IIM Ahmedabad, which happens to be my alma mater, to NID, to MICA, and there are now foreign universities that are set up in GIFT City, within the GIFT City premises, like Deakin, Wollongong, IIFT. So these universities operate out of GIFT City today, while all these other universities are within 20 to 30 kilometers periphery. And the building that you see on the left-hand side is a new building that we are building to create an international fintech innovation hub. And the vision for this fintech innovation hub is to be the first in the country where we will have an integrated institution. So we have invited bids from the leading institutions in the country to set up fintech courses to train talent in fintech and the new technologies. It will have, the same premise would have an incubator and accelerator for fintechs. We will be providing funding and spaces for startups to come in from the fintech domain, and an R&D center around fintech. So the idea is to create a self-fulfilling ecosystem whereby you have these banks and banking units available present in GIFT City. You have the fintech innovation system, which is providing the talent and the incubation parts. And then you have the entire residential social infrastructure that is available for people to live and work. So that's the vision, and I think we hope to actually start these courses in incubation in the next 4 to 6 months. So we're working very aggressively with the leading institutions and incubators, global incubators, to set up a space in this fintech innovation hub. Some more data on talent. Again, a lot of numbers on this chart. I won't go through all of them. But again, in my chats with some of you outside, this was reinforced that we need engineering talent, we need data science talent, we need analytical talent. Gujarat itself is producing a lot of that talent. But I strongly believe that, I started my career 24 years ago, and I moved from Rajasthan to Bangalore to take up a job in Infosys back then. And at that time, Bangalore was this melting pot of people coming from all over the country to take up those opportunities. And I believe that talent is fungible, right? So wherever there are opportunities, talent is ready to move. With the way we are trying to bring new businesses, we do believe that Gujarat can be that melting pot, which today Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Gurgaon have become. And I think that's an advantage that India has overall. I don't think the Indian cities are competing with each other. I think there's a lot of complementarity. There's a lot of opportunity. If 100 GCCs are coming to the country every year, there's enough opportunity for all the major cities to participate in that growth journey and show that promise to other global counterparts that if you come to India, you will never face a shortage of space, innovation, and talent. So I think that's the promise that Gujarat brings to the table as well. Of course, talent wouldn't come if there is no life after work. So we take pride in organizing a lot of events within GIFT City. My team member Nisarg and Shekhar are here. They've been organizing a lot of these live concerts, Garba festivals. The last film fair happened in GIFT City in February of this year, where all the entire Bollywood was there at GIFT City participating in film fair. And we do expect to keep increasing these activities every month and every quarter within GIFT City. Now a little bit on the uniqueness of GIFT City. So while everything else I said around talent, around social, might be common everywhere, having an IFSC is what makes GIFT truly unique. GIFT is the only city in the country which has an IFSC, right? The International Financial Services Center, which is regulated by IFSCA. And IFSCA was set up in 2020, October 2020, as you can see on the slide. IFSCA is a regulatory body that basically is a unified window to provide approvals to businesses, taking away the 4 approvals that they had to do, like IRDA, SEBI, RBI, and PFRDA. So instead of taking 4 different approvals from these regulatory bodies, IFSCA has the power to provide a single window regulatory approvals to businesses who want to come and operate in GIFT City. Now that's what makes GIFT City truly unique. And then there are, of course, incentives attached to operating in the IFSCA zone as well as domestic zone. But as you can see on this slide, there are things like attractive tax regimes, regulations, sovereign wealth support. So there are special laws that are carved out within GIFT City because it acts as an offshore center. So while it's within the Indian territory, the laws in GIFT City are offshore laws, which are different than the domestic laws that are applicable in the rest of the country. This is an overview of all the different activities that are permitted under the IFSCA law. So the IFSC permits around 27 different kind of businesses to get benefits of the IFSC regulatory framework. You can see right from banks to stock exchanges, fund management entities, portfolios. GCCs is definitely a part of it. So GCC is a big part of the IFSC regulatory framework. Insurance, aircraft and ship leasing. Again, the video said that this is the only place in the country where aircraft and ship leasing is allowed. So there are very unique opportunities that GIFT City provides that are not available anywhere else in the country. Besides the regulatory aspect, which is clearly related to the ease of doing business, here are all the incentives. So again, where's the dollar? The dollar incentives are all on this slide. On the top, you will see the 2 incentives around if you do operate a GCC within the SEZ area, which is regulated by IFSC, then you have those 2 benefits of 100% tax exemption on business income for any 10 out of the 15 years of your operation, right? So the businesses choose which 10 years they would like to get the exemption on. And the second one is no GST on services provided to offshore clients as well as your offshore purchases. The rest of the benefits that you see below are applicable to both the SEZ area and the non-SEZ area. These are the Gujarat government IT/ITES benefits that are provided to all businesses related to IT/ITES services in the whole of Gujarat state. But of course, operating in the domestic area in GIFT City also gives you access to all the infrastructure that I just showed earlier in this slide. I won't go through into the details. I mean, these slides are available. This is also available on the Gujarat government website. I have a QR code for that. Just a snapshot of all the businesses that are currently operating in GIFT City. These are all the entities that have offices, right from Bank of America GCC, which has about 2,000 plus people working at GIFT City in Bank of America, all the way to all these technology companies, fund houses, different verticals that are already operational. I think we have about 600 plus and counting entities that are fully operational in GIFT City, and they are working. There are around 25,000 people working at GIFT City. So I'll wrap up here with these 3 QR codes. If you'd like to get more details on the IFSCA brochure in terms of more details on the regulatory framework and the incentives, that's the first 2 QR codes. And if you'd like to get details on the Gujarat ITS benefits, then that's the 3rd one. But you could download this material at your will. And we'll be around. My team, Nisarg and Shekhar, if you just probably wave your hands, we'll be around throughout the day. Please do come and talk to us if you have any questions around GIFT City. Thank you for listening. That's all I have.